Alright, welcome back. We just got done with the setting up the WCS, the stock, managing our tool library. Now we're ready to begin machining, or at least creating our tool paths. First operation we're going to do is facing, and I'm going to disable flood, and I'm going to choose our tool. So when you come on in here, you got to, if this tab is not open, you might not have any tools at all. You know, for whatever reason, if nothing pops up, just come up here and choose these boxes. Come down here to Wallet Fusion Tools and select OK. The tool you're going to select is a 20 millimeter. Tool number 2, 20 millimeter end mill. And we're going to face this entire thing out. You should just be able to hit facing, but we wanted to do a climb mill facing. And that's really about it. Go ahead and select OK. And this facing operation is going to take just a little over a minute. The only discrepancy I have with this software is it doesn't fully extend the tool all the way past the end of the part. The front end of the tool will go past, but not the whole tool. And I like to get the entire tool off so I'm not dragging a chip and don't get like ununiform finishes. So I'm going to edit that. Passes and pass extension. This is the area you need to find. So pass extension, as you can see here in the image, extends the length of the overall pass with those red arrows there. We're going to make that half the diameter of the tool. The diameter of the tool is 20 millimeters, so about 0.78 inches. So we go 0.4, 0.412, something like that. That's more than enough for it to, so now you can see it just extended it past it. So go to simulate and hit play. This is what it's going to do. So do all these little passes here, back and forth, and the tool is going to completely go from the outside of one side to the outside of the other, and I'm happy with that. The way that looks, close. Now we're going to go over here to, if you wanted to increase that, you could. Just again, it's pass extension. I made it from 0 to 0.412. Step number 2, facing's done. Step number 2, we're going to go ahead and do adaptive clearing. Adaptive clearing is going to need some adjustments. We want to disable the flood. We still want to be on the 20 millimeter tool because it's going to be our fastest operating tool. So if you're not selected on it, just make sure you're selected on it. Select OK. Over here, geometry, we're going to select 2 different features. We're going to select the bottom of this pocket. Move this over. And the outside of this entire part. So we're going to get the top mill, now we're going to get the sides and everything else cleaned up. We don't need that really. We don't need to enable that. So choose 2 sets of chains and go over here to your passes. We do want to leave some stock to leave because we're going to come around and clean up everything with the 1/4 inch end mill. 0.02 is more than enough. I would have that. 10 thousandths is just fine for that. And the next area we want to do is optimal load. I'm going to change this to 0.4 and just kind of show you something. Select OK. A 0.4 optimal load is way too big a tool path. This is going to break our tools down here. 0.3 is going to break our tools as well. We're going to go down to 0.2 or 0.1875 to take a lot less load. 0.1875 per path. That's a decent sized pass. We're not like looking to get this. With the size mill we have, 0.1875 is perfect. So you can see it just narrows it at, the distance here is almost a 1/4 inch. It's actually 3/16 of an inch per pass, and we're going down 20 thousandths of an inch. We're really is going to work these tools, and we're not taking a whole lot more time to really rough this out. So this operation is going to do our roughing operation. Okay, so it's going to get us almost to size, but not perfectly to size, but it's going to look pretty good. Like that, so you guys hopefully get a better view. Increase the speed, so this can get this done. Run right around it, and we're not going to be able to mill that off till the very end, so we're going to create a second WCS for that. Close this out. So we're pretty close to what we want, but the radius here is way too big. So I can make this transparent. You can see that we still have a lot more material in here. I'll flip it over here. Still have a considerable amount of material on the inside of this to clean up. So we're going to go ahead and do that next. So the next operation, we're going to go ahead and do contour. 2D contour. Now we're going to go with a smaller end mill. Come down here to the wallet, 1/4 inch end mill, and select OK. We want to make sure now under the geometry, rest machining is on. We're going to contour this, we're going to contour that, and we're going to go to passes. We are going to do roughing passes with some step overs. 0.2375 is way too big. We're going to go like 0.075 and see what that looks like. And I just kind of cleaned up this little corner. And now we have our parts almost all the way done. We're going to do another 2D contour. This time we are not going to with a 1/4 inch end mill. This time we're not going to choose rest machine. And we're not going to have any stock to leave. We're going to select OK. And if you notice, my geometry that I selected is way, or actually looks like both of these is way too high up. This is not actually going to remove any material, nor is that. So let's go back to edit and go over here to geometry. So you can see the chains are all the way up to the top surface. Just exit out of them. Select this bottom chain. Rotate it around. Select this bottom chain. And select the entire bottom of the part. Now select OK. Now it's going to go all the way to the bottom and go all the way around the part. So we're going to edit this other one. Again, this feature. We're going to unselect all the chains. It's this edge and rotate this way. And that edge right there. Kind of surprised it didn't select the whole chain. Try this again. And select OK. Now it's going all the way into the part, all the way to the bottom. And if I simulate all of this, now I'm going to have a really nice looking finished part feature here with not a whole lot material left to take off. So pretty happy with all that. So those are the first couple steps to machining out your CNC machining out or CNC camming out your features. The last thing you're going to have to do now is drill your holes and program the spot face, drill, tap, and countersink. And those will be our last few operations here. So hopefully those go pretty quick. So make sure you save your work. Okay. And thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and thank you for watching.